Do you wish you were more confident? Do you wish you had that capability? And do you think you just don't know how to create more confidence? Well, I'm a very confident man, and I'm going to explain why I am, but I want AP to explain confidence first. This is my reaction series. This is Acharya Prashant. Let's take a listen.
It's all right if you are not a very confident person. You might not realize it, but confidence is a very, very deep problem. Confidence, in fact, corresponds to an inner laziness. I do not want to keep inquiring. Therefore, I am shutting down the process of inquiry. I won't allow any more questions to arise. That kind of confidence we have. Joy lies in inquiry itself. Joy does not lie so much in concluding, closing, or arriving. It lies in traveling rightly. So do not feel inferior. Do not allow others to dominate you. And do not be easily impressed by those who appear confident.
Boom. Guys, so much great value and information here. Don't ever feel inferior to anyone. Don't ever feel like you lack something beyond another human being. You have the same value intrinsically. So don't let anyone, fame, confidence, ego, don't let anyone ever make you feel small, including yourself. Confidence is an ability. Listen, confidence is not arrogance. Arrogance is thinking that you're better than people, you're more superior than people, and that's a wrong-minded approach. Confidence is just this ability to remove the shackles that life and society has conformed and conditioned you into being. Listen, there's 8 billion people on this planet, and I would say approximately 97% of those people are identical in every single way, cross-culturally. And within each culture, they're even way more synonymous to each other. It's those true aesthetics that really stand out in the limelight that just don't play by the same rules. They cannot be shamed. Think about Osho. Think about other aesthetics who could not be shamed for being fully human and fully alive. There's something about confidence that you just know that you got nothing to prove. You got nothing to show. And so when people come at you and they're like, hey, you should do this, you should do that, and you change yourself to fit in. Listen, we're a collective species, right? And so many of us play by the rules because we don't want to be an outcast. It's scary to be an outcast and ostracized from society, of course. Who wants to experience that? To be disliked and ridiculed and shamed for being themselves. But that's my question to you is, why aren't you more yourself? Listen, I'm a 6'4", 250-pound man. And am I supposed to act a certain way? Be a certain way? No, there's no code that tells me I need to be a certain way because of my biology, because of my sex, because of my age, because of my gender. I'm a fully alive, full-fledged human being just like you. And confidence is also a trust, a deep intrinsic trust in life. That no matter what comes your way, guess what? You're going to get it figured out. You are going to get it figured out. And confidence is also autonomy or sovereignty over your own self, over your own mind. Listen, don't allow authority to dictate who you are. And authority can be your peers. We all want to fit in, right? We all want to be liked, right? We all want to be well received. Well, confidence knows that just by aligning yourself with authenticity, that's confidence. That inner spark, that inner radiance, that's confidence. So the reason that I can show up to places and just be myself is because I got nothing to prove. I got nothing to prove to anyone. And so when there's someone over here who I can tell their energy is really not like in mine, that doesn't dissuade me from just being myself. To show up and be a live energy source with full aliveness. Reason confident people are outgoing is because that's just their intrinsic nature. They love to be outgoing. They love to be radiant. They love to be themselves. And the thing about being themselves is there's so much to being a human. Now there's different niches of confidence, I guess I can say. But the primary objective of confidence is to have an ease in oneself and to not be bothered by other people. You don't have to think the same way like everyone else. You don't have to behave the same way as everybody else. You can dance to your own tune. Just realize, though, because everyone fits in these boxes, and we're programmed to shame people that when they step outside those boxes. It's hard. It's hard to be an original. It's hard to be eccentric. So we all just kind of shrink ourselves and kind of play by the same safe rules. I don't know about you, but that doesn't always make me feel fully alive. Confidence is self-assurance. And without self-assurance, you're going to feel weak. And weakness is very crippling. And no man should ever feel weak. No man should never feel like he can't get it figured out. No man should ever give his ego dominion over himself and make him feel weak, feeble, and afraid. It's not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for society, humanity. So, how do we practice confidence? Well, why is it important? Well, Charp told us it's very important. It's crucial. And he relates it to an inner laziness, an inner sloppiness, an inner just not caring about oneself, probably. I think confidence is synonymous to self-worth. When you know deep down how worthy you are, when you know deep down that there's no lack in yourself, you can show up fully. Confidence is showing up fully. Too many walking around half alive, zombie-like creatures, afraid of themselves, their thoughts and their feelings, and afraid of the world. Confidence is the antithesis of being afraid. Confidence is having a boldness and a courageousness in life to dance to your own tune and take a step forward. Because that's where life is lived. It's not lived curled up in a fetal position, crying about all our problems. Nah, confident people know that everyone's got problems. They just don't focus on them. They move forward irregardless of their problems. They don't let them define them or bog them down for too long. Confident people are radiant. Confident people are compassionate. They feel very deeply about the human spirit because they know that what makes them radiant and confident is their human spirit. And they want that for everyone else. But they don't want arrogant people. Arrogance is not high value. Arrogance comes actually from a lack of self-worth. So you project an identity that you're superior, you're confident, but really it's a show. It's an act. True confidence has no need to prove itself to anything. Arrogance needs to prove itself constantly and continually. It's coming from the ego. The ego is weak, so it needs all this extra validation of why it's so special and so important. So arrogance works hand in hand with the ego. But confidence comes from spirit, from the higher levels of consciousness. A healthy self-image, a healthy self-identity will make you feel very, very safe in this world. See, your power comes from within. That's where true confidence resides. It has nothing to do with the outside world. It has everything to do with your inner world and knowing where you come from. To me, I'm tethered to the divine God. I'm tethered to that special, intimate connection with the cosmos. That no matter what comes into my life, I will get it figured out. It's my dharma. It's there to help rebuild me, to ease and overcome reality, and to know that I can, that I have a roadmap that was here designed. Now, there's a lot of different things that are out of my control in some ways, of course, but how I hurdle them, overcome them, that's confidence. True confidence is knowing you're going to get it figured out, that life is working in your favor. There's a framework of safety and trust and faith with confident people. And then there's an ease. Nothing to prove, nothing to do, but just be. Guys, I hope this video has helped you in some way. And if you feel that it has, please like it. And please leave a comment below and let me know what you think confidence is. How you feel confident. What strategies and tools do you use to find that way of just being yourself? That's true confidence. And not being afraid of the good opinion of others, aka people's judgment of you. Guys, no matter if you're the greatest person alive, you will be judged. It's funny, I get these videos on AP, and 97% of the comments are very kind. But 3% are like, oh, he's a fake, he's a fraud, he speaks pseudo-science. It's like, those 3% who come to videos and then try to destroy a man's reputation who's helped so many people, that is a direct reflection of their own mental suffering. And there's a lot of people out there who are mentally suffering. A lot. And they will try to shame you and try to modify your behavior, try to destroy you, because who knows? Listen, destructive people are internally chaotic, and they're going to be destructive externally to everyone around them. Mental disease is crazy. It's psychopathic. It's narcissistic. It's evil. It's dark. And that produces dark manifestations. That's the world that we live in. That people can either be a light energy source or they can be a dark energy source. And I don't know truly if there's any intrinsic reason to be one or the other. But to me and my philosophy, to me and my life's framework, I want to be part of the light. It's easy to be a dark, chaotic, destructive person. When something happens to you, we want to use that as justification to hurt others. And I try my best to use it as justification to rise above that bullshit and to transmute that damage that someone did to me and turn it into love. Doesn't mean I have to be naive and tolerate it and be around that person. No, I'll cut that person off or whatever. My point is, but I use it for fuel to do good. Do I win every moment? No. But I try to cultivate enough awareness that I'm more often like that than not. And what a great society we would live in if we all were less narcissistic and just thinking about ourselves. This world, this reality is bigger than ourselves. You know that when I die and you die, there'll be many, many more generations that come ahead of us. Do you even take time to think about that? I mean, maybe you have family and you think about that. But just in general at large, do you think about what we do today and how it will affect the entire timeline of mankind? Maybe it's a great responsibility to think too far ahead. And we should maybe just think about today. But I feel like just like anything, when we're too short-sighted, we take the easy route instead of the hard route. And on this channel, we're about taking the hard route. That's why we do natural bodybuilding. That's why we don't do enhanced physique and we take drugs and chemicals that destroy our body. They look good temporarily, but they're very destructive and detrimental long term. And this is a great metaphor for how we should live our lives. The easy road is always not usually the best. So I hope this video has somehow helped you. I hope you can digest it and get some good wisdom, some good information. I'm Cody. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my reaction series. We appreciate Acharya Prashant. I actually heard recently that he's been using my videos as part of his online-based community. Just want to say thank you very much, Acharya, for allowing me to talk to your community. I hope I continue providing good value for them, nourish them, and help them reach their best potential possible. You guys should all be confident. Every single one of you. To think that you're small because you come from a certain background or a certain region or a certain family or a certain caste or a certain environment. I grew up in a town of 1,000 people. It was like a village in America. Tiny, remote. And it was the biggest town in the whole county. That's how remote it was. And believe me, as a child, it was hard for me to identify with being powerful. 3 father figures, stepdads. Actually 4. But my point is we all have a story. And we can use that story to go, I, Cody, was birthed through Carol Diane Bollinger in 1986 in Norman, Oklahoma, by choice. And when I had an alcoholic stepfather who almost killed my mother one night, and I witnessed it, instead of playing a victim to that, I decided I will never drink in my life because I saw how a great man, a stepfather who was very loving, could turn into a monster. I never want to be a monster. I want to always be in control of my own mental faculties. And so it was a great experience. As a child, I'm sure it was different. But I am so grateful for that moment at 5 years old. This is the quality of life, that these supposed damaging events really are our awakening, really are leading us to a better solution of how to operate in life. This is the beauty of experience. And it's all aiding and abetting your potential. So let's stop with the victim narratives and that we lack something. And that because we come from a low income household, a single parent family, or in an environment that didn't really have a lot going on, to think that we're limited. All of that, my friend, means nothing. It's what you are and what you do with the resources of the human spirit. We all have such an unlimited capability, unlimited, untapped potential. And I say that we stop playing small and you start being confident again. You let go of the baggage. You feel like there's so much that's holding you back. And I say, let it go. Quit looking at it. Let's say all your baggage, the things that you're holding on to. Well, I can't be confident because of X. Let's just use that as a tree. There's a tree that you're just staring at. Okay? You're so close to the tree that you can only see the trunk. And have you walk backwards. And you're looking at it, you see the whole tree now. You're like, okay, I see the tree. My focus is on this tree. My identity is on this tree. My program operating system in my mind is this tree. And all I can see is this tree. It's hard to change when you think you can't. Guys, if you want to become funnier, you can be funny. If you want to become more intelligent, you become more intelligent. That's how unlimited this vast mind is. Now, instead of just saying, hey, stop looking at the tree. I agree. Stop looking at all the problems, all the reasons you holding yourself back, and just turn around. And pay that tree no mind ever again. The moment you look at that tree, nope, you're putting on blinders. I will not look at that tree. That is not me. That is an old version of me. And that's how malleable we are. We're more energy than matter. And so your consciousness, the things that you're focusing on, my friends, that's what's creating your reality. So I say, don't look at the tree. Let go of the narratives. Let go of the storylines and start implementing new storylines. You are a competent mofo. You're a confident, radiant dude. You stand strong. You work your physical body and your temple to promote to yourself your confidence. You conduct yourself with confidence. You conduct yourself with integrity. You conduct yourself with power. You walk not with a fake facade, but with an inner power, knowing you're capable. You're capable of doing anything. You're capable of being a monster. You're capable of helping others. But you always choose the higher road. Because you're not so weak where you just conform. No, you know what you can be. You can be anything. But you decide to give value through your life. You decide that when something comes into your life and you can be the hero and your life is on the line, you don't give a shit. You do it. It's part of your dharma. It's part of your destiny. And I'd rather go down as a fighter and a hero than someone who was a coward who didn't show up. It's men like me that look for those moments. I can't wait for that moment. That moment where my life goes on the line for someone else. I think that's a beautiful way to go out. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much. We'll catch you on the next reaction video. Please share this with your friends. And if you haven't followed already, welcome to the community. I appreciate all of you, my family. Let's get it. Take care now. Bye-bye.